Okay, welcome to another episode of Cooking with MrDan. Today, today we got a good one. I'm making chicken cakes or chicken patties, whatever you want to call them. We had some breast. Well, I had some breast in the refrigerator, and they was kind of like in the back, but they're good. So I took care of those, boiled them up, ground them up. So now we're gonna have some chicken cakes. They're gonna be really good. Doesn't take that long. The biggest thing is I have to, once we get it all together, I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator for about 20, 30 minutes so that it firms up, so when we form the patties, they'll stay together a little better. Okay, let's get to it. You guys are going to like these. They're going to be good. Okay, so here we have the said cooking vessel, or wok, frying pan kind of deal, skillet. We have a little Pompeian oil. When I say a little, I mean a little. I'm getting down there. I got plenty of oil. Don't worry about that. This is my pot from my stand mixer that I use to shred up the chicken. I love that thing. This here is a scoop that we're going to portion each one of these patties out. This is a third cup of flour, third cup of mayo, 1 1/3 cups of mozzarella cheese, that low fat, low skim, low whatever. We got some dill, panko breadcrumbs for at the end. I zested part of this lemon, as you can see. I'm going to save some of it because I'm going to put some juice on them too. And then got 2 eggs we're going to beat up. And over here we got the panko breadcrumbs. Let's hit it. Okay, first we're going to move these here breadcrumbs off to the side because we don't need those until the end. We're going to beat up a couple eggs for you guys. Oh, darn, there's a dozen shells in there. Always break the egg on a kind of a flat surface on account of, that saves you from not getting as many times getting shells, but you still can get them. But, I seem to realize when I used to bang them on the side of the plate or whatever, that I used to get more pieces of fragmented shell in there. But anyway, that's enough of that stuff. Well, this is what we're calling the batter, okay? So we mix this up. Bring my pot over here. And we're dumping all this into the pot. I just do that out of habit, that rinsing of the bowl thing. Okay, so then we're going to put in the mayonnaise. I'm trying to get all my kind of wet stuff in here at one time. Anyway, so I cooked the chicken today, right? I boiled it up. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like shredding this by hand, so I went while it was still warm. And I'll tell you, it takes all of 5 minutes. A little too hot for me to handle at the time, so I said, well, let me try that stand mixer, see what happens. I did it so quick, I was like, whoa. And then the only thing, I'm going to have to clean out, I'm going to eat is this here bowl. But that there, it went so quick, I probably wouldn't even have got started by the time that was done. So I love that little thing. Penny got that for me a while ago for, I don't know, belated Father's Day gift or whatever it was, I don't know. But I use it a lot. Make my sausage. Did some batter with it. Speaking of that, this is turning into a serious batter. Okay, I'm going to put some cheese in here. Oop. You just want to get all this really well incorporated, as you can see. Now the tough part. Okay, we got 4 cups. Can you count them? Cups of, well, you know what? Yeah, 4 cups of the thing. I was going to put my lemon in, but I can wait on that. It doesn't matter. Believe it or not, I did this a while ago, and the chicken is, because I packed it so tight in here, it's still kind of warm. Okay, so you can see I got my chicken going, right? So we're gonna mix this together. After a while, I might use my hands if it gets too doggone thick. Okay, that's the end of that. Let me stick my meat hooks in there. Because I want to get this a good mix. Okay, I'm going to throw some dill in now. And I got the dried dill. I don't use as much of that. Like the recipe calls for like 3 tablespoons of fresh. You convert it. It's like 1 teaspoon to whatever. Okay, now we'll throw in the zest. That's a lemon zest. Is about 1 teaspoon of it. Now that, my friends, is how quick this goes. I'm hoping to yield at least 12 to 15 of these things out of this mess, but who knows. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like here. We just rinse my hands and we'll give you a bird's eye view. So there you have it. All mixed up and ready to go. So we're going to stick this in the fridge now. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back. So been about half hour. Actually, it's been 31 minutes. Okay, so while you guys were gone, I took a vote. Me, myself, and I, we all 3 voted. And you know what we did? We put some jalapenos in there. So just to let you know, I did put jalapenos in. I love doing that. Okay, so what we're going to do is you got the scooper here, see? So we're going to scoop out and try to keep these things about the same size. And we're just going to scoop them. I'm using a paper plate. And you just keep scooping these, you see? Let me tilt you down just a hair bit more. There you go. I'm using a plate. You can use a paper plate. You can use anything you like, but I'm just packing this in. Just trying to get them all approximately the same size so that we have an equal chance of winning this here argument here, see? I could have used a smaller scoop too, I'm sure, but this one looked better. The black one is a little too small, about 1.5 teaspoons. This one's supposed to be 2 teaspoons. I mean 2 tablespoons. 2 ounces, what am I saying, spoons there? Thinking of the, what do you call it here? Okay. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6, I got 7 on this here plate, okay? I'm gonna back you up a tad bit. Okay, right about there. Now see, then we're gonna take these here little patties. These little 2-ounce deals that we got here. And we're gonna form them into a small little cake-sized portion. You wanna try to get them probably about 1/2 inch thick. give or take, a little here, a little there. And that was the reason of us putting them in the refrigerator like that, was so because it helps, see, you can form the patties with no hassle, supposedly, you know. I got my skillet heating up. Haven't got the oil in there yet. Okay, that looks pretty good, see? It's gonna look something like that. And you take them and you put them in your panko breadcrumbs. And you wanna, you know, once you get the crumbs on there, you wanna make sure you pat them in, you know, push them into the meat a little bit. Can you see my little green pepper in there? See that little pepper? Right there. Whoa, where'd it go? Right there. See, there's a green pepper in there. Okay. Just wanted to show you my little jalapeno, see? Okay. So that's one. And I'm just going to do a couple of these for you, and then I'll give you guys another break whilst I'm doing the rest of them. But yeah, this is fun. It takes a little bit of time, but you guys are really going to enjoy these when you get up. If you do them and get done with them, then you're going to say, whoa, these things are pretty good. My daughter came by yesterday, and she tried one of my pepperoni pizza cups, and she ended up taking a bunch home with her. She's like, well, how did you make these? Where'd you do it? I said, well, just, you know, a little of this, a little of that. Huh? Yeah, baby. That's what it's all about. You guys, you know, you do a little bit of different stuff every day. You have different meals, and it's all good. I just like doing it. You know, it gives me something to do, and hopefully I'm sharing with people, and they're gonna hopefully do something with it too. Okay, so now I think my pan's hot enough. Let me scoot you back a tad. Back you up a little bit more. I don't want to get too close with the camera because it gets hot and then it shuts down. So, matter of fact, I'll just move this over a little bit more. Okay, so I'm putting some oil in here. I'm probably gonna at least a tablespoon at a time. That's just about there. A little breadcrumb I just threw in there is starting to sizzle, so once that happens, you know we're ready. You know where we're going. You don't know where we've been, but you know where we're going. We used to say that all the time. You don't know where we've been, but you don't know where we're going. Yeah, you know where you're going, but you don't know where you've been. Whatever. Long ago and far away, it was so much better than it is today. That's that old song, you know, Meatloaf. Paradise by the Dashboard Light, maybe? Okay. You're in the third row in the back seat there. Just hang on. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell the rest of the people what it is. Let them figure it out. Okay. All right. So here we have it. But yeah, I'm telling you, the best thing to do with these here, with that chicken, oh man, unless you want to sit there with, you know, a couple forks and shred it or use your hands. If you guys have I bet even a mixer would do good. A little handheld mixer. Okay, so I think my oil's about there. Oh yeah. Let these cook a little. Now, as you're cooking these, if you notice you start using some of the, you know, your oil's getting less and less, you know, you could always add a little bit more oil at a time, not a whole lot. But the reason for that is you want to, oil helps it to brown. If it's just the chicken, it won't brown up that much, see? And we've got to, you know, keep our little buddies getting brown here. We don't want them to look like a raw piece of chicken coming out of there. We want them to brown up. Okay. So, we're gonna do this, and I'll go with the first batch with you guys, and then we'll, do 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm saying 4 minutes on one side, you flip them, because everything's cooked already, the chicken, and everything's done, basically. I wanted to try these with Ritz crackers, and I think I still might. I might make another batch yet. Would make that with Ritz on the outside instead of the panko. I think that would have an outrageous flavor. I'm going to do it, don't worry. Maybe not today, but I will do it. Okay, I got 4 patties in there right now. I'm just mashing this chicken together, so I'm gonna put another patty on there. Not in the thing, but in the breadcrumbs. So remember, we're gonna cook them 4 minutes on one side. We're gonna flip them, and then we're gonna do about 3 minutes, maybe 4, just trying to get a nice golden brown color on them. But that's usually the recipe time it takes is 4 minutes on one side and 3 on the other. That's if they're not too thick. And these are not that thick. They're only 1/2 inch, maybe. As I'm rolling them, I kind of push down a little so it helps even up the edges, But yeah, let me get my spatula. I got to check these. I think they're getting, I can smell them. So we might be getting close to what we're looking for on one side, yeah. And the nice thing about using that scoop, it's portion control, number 1. Number 2, it gives you a fair amount, they're all going to be about the same thickness, and you probably end up getting a little more out of it than you would if you just try to do it by your hand. But if you don't have a scoop, I would get a big tablespoon kind of deal. And try to load up, maybe. Okay. Let me get my spatula. We're going to check one of these right quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. That was me going over the breadcrumbs with my spatula. My spatula. Okay. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, so. Okay, we're going to keep this process going until they're all done, and we'll see you in a few minutes. I just want to give you guys another quick thing, just make sure everybody understands what I'm doing. See, that's my cookie scooper, ice cream scooper. And as you can see, I just finished making up the rest of the can. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, and this is number 8. So I'll get 15 out of this batch. And you just plop it just like that. Okay? Then I'm gonna just take it in my hands and just roll it around like so, just to make sure everything stays together. And then we're gonna just push. Okay, push. And we want to get it to a nice size, and then push on the edges. Okay, and then we're going to move this one out of the way here. And then just push it into the breadcrumbs, pushing down so you want the breadcrumbs to stick to the meat, right? And then we're going to pick it up, like I was telling you before. You didn't see that, but I was just, as we go around, I'm going in the breadcrumbs and pushing down. See how the edge gets a little bigger? That's nice. That's what you want. And then we just, one more time, push everything together. And there you have it. Okay, my friends, there you have it. It's the last batch. I did a total of 15, get it, 15 chicken cakes. Okay, you can call them patties, cakes, whatever you want to call them. But I got 15, and don't those look good? Okay, my friends, there you have it. Our dish is complete. We'll meet you at the taste test table. Okay, this is MrDan and Elmo, and camera girl's stepping off the set. So, we're at the taste test table. I made a little dip here. It's mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard. A tablespoon of mayonnaise, teaspoon of each of the other two, and then you mix it together. It's a general purpose, but everybody loves it. It's got a nice little tang to it. I used Elmo's fork today. Should have just picked it up and ate it. Matter of fact. But yeah. Look. Mm-hmm. This is the lightest one of the bunch, I think. That's a little crunch. But the trick to those when you're sauteing them, you just got to keep a little bit of oil in there, not much. Don't let it go dry, because if you let it go dry, it doesn't really turn it brown. But I got to say, these things are delicious. So at the end, when you go to eat them, you take that little lemon that's left and you just sprinkle it, or just cut a bunch of wedges like we did for the plate, the big plate, and put them around there, and that way everybody gets a piece of lemon with their chicken cake. It's funny. Penny called them patty cakes. I don't care. But they truly are delicious. And if you guys remember my little tip there, when you go to shred the chicken, or instead of using your hands or a fork or whatever, if you got a KitchenAid, just put that in there, and I'm telling you, within a minute or two, it's done. And I'm pretty sure you can probably get away with the same thing using a little hand mixer. You know, the electric egg beater, not the cranker one. All right, so enough fun and games here. We got things to do. Got to make some more mushrooms. Okay. So when you're out and about, cover up, protect yourself as well as others. Well, I'll be glad when that's over, if it ever does get over. Wash your hands. When you're out, use some sanitizer when you get back in the car, and then off you go. Don't talk with your mouth full unless it's one of these delicious little morsels right here. That's really good. Really delicious. Not dry. They're still very moist on the inside. For chicken breast, that's a good thing. Anyway, as usual, give me a like, share with your friends, subscribe if you have not yet, and if you have, that's okay. You don't have to do it again. And when you do subscribe, the little notification bell should pop up. You hit that, and that'll let you know next time we bring up another video. And as always, the description for everything that we just done today will be down in the description box right below this here video. There's an arrow in the right-hand corner just below the video, an arrow down. Hit that button, and it'll drop down like that, and everything will be right there. Okay, so without further ado, you guys stay hungry, my friends, and I will see you on the next video. And we're out.